Probably should have unmuted that before I clicked start, but here we are. Hi, and welcome to my stream today. Well, I'm going to be playing more Girls Frontline. Because the Angular... Well, there's no real... Because I would have done it anyway, but... Because the Angular Gyrus event is running, and I really want to know where that goes. That really is all the reason that I need. I'm going to quickly put my link into the usual places. So give me a second. So, it do be a Tuesday. I wonder just how far I can go in terms of story before my voice decides to fuck off again. Because last week I would have gotten further if not for the fact that my voice was dying. Which isn't great. Okay. All right. Yep. There we go. The music is already breaking and I haven't even started a map yet. Wild. Very kind of funny. To an extent. Doop-dee-doo. Yeah. Well, no, that comes 3 days. Hello, Bakasura. How are you doing? You're playing G. That I am. I cannot deny that. You are merely speaking the truth. What's how are you doing, Bakasura? Hope you're doing well. There we go. Yeah. Right. Hungry, I'm in the kitchen. Well, actually, let me quickly try something, right? I got a test after yesterday. This is important. Does this work? Yes. Okay, then I'm just gonna hide it again. Very good. Shit's working. Apparently just the yesterday thing, which I'm very happy about. Wasn't on my end. Well, I guess it's staying on screen for the moment. Hello, Lady Kasumi. Thank you for the adverts as well. Hope everyone's doing well. Now we continue with Angular Gyrus. The music is already breaking, but that's not what I meant. Fucking, that was a bit brutal earlier, but other than that, doing well. I was actually chilling before. Well, I took a nap before dinner, so I didn't really get to do much. But I tried to do. I tried to do one raid onto woods today before stream. I got to the waterside and then just got gunned down by 3 PMCs. from hell. We are absolutely beating the shit out of this woman, I hope. Because Nemryn is a bitch. Should like 8 on Lighthouse. I really should do some Lighthouse stuff. Probably just need to do that after stream, or maybe even on stream. Don't like the tarantulas. They're a pain. You are alerted to... Actually, let's figure everything out after we start. And my reception's bad, but Twitch mobile is being just god awful again. Lady Cosmic, are you referring to Bakasura or to... to quest and the game would not have it? Yeah, technically I still have some quests for that as well. No, my Twitch seems fun. Okay. That's probably just... I really wish that Twitch would just work, but you know how it is, right? Let's use the ones that have a bit more range right now. Which grenade launcher is better? This one's not nearly max level, so I can't really tell. What's another mobile? Fair. Spawn another squad. Oh. I am a little stupid. I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Let's restart this. You see, what I think I am supposed to do is prepare. For now. Simple reason, for the moment, we can spawn... Jokes in your most... What? Hello, How are you doing? I didn't call you stupid. You're a genius. One of the biggest geniuses I know. How are you doing today, yeah, Lum? 3, 4... Oh, well, fine. There. Open the gates. Okay, how about you? I'm doing alright. I am really excited to get to read more of the story of this game. I also just threw something on the floor. Oh, excellent. Essentially, the story for this event, or for general in Girls Online at the moment, is absolutely insane. Completely nuts. So, yeah. move you one tile closer here. Fight Nemron. Beat Nemron. Kill Nemron. Let me just pick that back up when I threw onto the floor. Now, welcome to fighting a boss that is shooting at us from afar, because she's a bitch. And that's it. Note, we are playing the missions on easy difficulty for the sake of getting through them at a reasonable pace for stream. Usually I end up finishing the hard modes off stream. And now we end the turn, capture the point, and win before the spider can do anything. Because fuck these. Those are death stacks. You can probably beat them up, but I don't want to. For the people that have missed what happened last week while we were playing this. Command mission, or what is this? No. The commander is abducted by Lunasia. Lunasia being the artificial goddess of the world that kind of controls all of fate, that is fused together with M4 and Dandelion. She's also the sister of the big bad, William. William has run away from our capture. We are now hunting him down while our dolls are trying to save us from abduction. It's a lot of things happening at once. 9 lost in chaos and light as a feather 2. Let's do light as a feather 2 first, because this is memories of data. Sister Nemron, I have something urgent to report. Why are you using this comms channel? Sister Budspank's cocoon broke again. Because of Sister Macklin's betrayal. We need your help in Frankfurt. I can't leave Moscow at the moment. I'll send someone to Frankfurt instead. Yes, sister. Nemron disconnects from Frankfurt's comms channel. After a moment of thought, she makes a call to Laplace's lab. Madame Laplace, here are the data from phase 1 of Operation Cocoon. Babska doesn't seem very stable. The focus is still on the Lake of Cognition. Switch to a new batch of materials. How's Gray's notification coming along? The final stability screening is still on the way. Oh yeah, right, also the big bads are turning people into absolute monstrosities. They kill them, they add machinery to them, and they manipulate them. And then they upload their consciousness into the Lake of Cognition, where they don't even know that they've ever died. Keep developing the cocoon in Frankfurt. You can also start making arrangements for the one in Berlin. Sure. Father has confirmed that the experimental waste can be processed into new weapons. Should we still dump the waste into the Lake of Cognition? Laplace ponders the question in silence. If you're worried about the consumption of materials, once the Berlin branch goes into operation, our reserves will be very well stocked. And when Gray's notification is complete, the screening and cultivation of fully immune individuals will go even more smoothly. We must prioritize maintaining the supply for the Lake of Cognition. The expedition backup plan is still the main purpose of the cocoon in Frankfurt. Continue to supply the lake with the waste generated by the experiment. As for Berlin, make the fully immune individual the top priority. Their materials can be given to William. Understood. In addition, Father has given the weapon the codename Yasser's Box. Whatever floats his boat. As soon as Nemron terminates the call, another comms request starts flashing. This is Nemron. Father will personally participate in the production of the white weapons. Also, he has placed Sister Morido in charge of Berlin. I see. Should I grant Sister Morido access clearance to the beasting system? Give her the same clearance level as Hebe. The White Knight takes a moment to complete the procedure. Authorization confirmed, but Sister Morido has rejected the comms connection. Should I leave a message or try again later? Sister Nemron? Wait. I'm sorry, sister. The sound of something heavy hitting the floor can be heard from the other end of the comms channel. After a brief silence, the tortoise call is terminated automatically. Nighters clearly have the capacity for jealousy, conflict, mistrust, malice, cruelty. Traits that are commonly found in humans. So how come we are not considered human? Nemlin's footsteps gradually recede into the distance. Having observed it all in silence, the cocoon enclosed in the incubator writhes restlessly. A still developing creature is enveloped in a white amniotic membrane that imitates the womb. Obscure has no eyes, but you can see everything. Maclean, you won't get away. The line between what is human and what isn't has long been blurred. Maclean, where is there for you to run? As we know from experience, unfortunately nowhere. Outside Hebe's villa, Mainz district, Frankfurt. Nele gets out of the car arranged by Frau Hebe and finds herself in a verdant area. All kinds of lush trees and shrubs are pruned in tasteful shapes, while ivy clings lazily to the villa's external fences and walls. Kessler Manor, number 68. Nele brushes aside the leaves blocking the door sign and is finally able to confirm that she has come to the right address stated on the piece of paper. I still don't like the fact that they're using this music for her! Because she doesn't deserve it. This is Maggie's theme. Outside the understated and minimalistic villa, a slender woman is watering the plants in the garden. As if sensing Nele's approach, a woman looks up and smiles. Frau Cornelia Schäfer, I presume? Yes, hello. Are you Frau Hebe? I am. Hebe puts down a watering can, walks over to Nele and takes her hand amiably. I'm sorry for making you come all this way. No, it's okay. I'm the one who's taking up your time. He puts Nele gently on the head and invites her into the garden. Please do come in. Nele pushes open the elegantly shaped wooden gate and steps onto the soft grass. She inhales a faint floral aroma in the air. Please take a seat, Frau Cornelia. Just come in, Nele. He'll pour some tea, which has been sitting ready on the table, into the cup in front of Nele. You have the same clear, soft eyes as your cousin. Thank you. Maya says you two grew up together and remained very close until you went into different universities. That's right, my cousin has always been very nice to me. She's always thinking of me even when we're apart. Of course. Or she wouldn't ask me to recommend you some possible boyfriends. Ugh. Nele leans back in her chair with an exasperated groan. With a chuckle, Hebe gestures at an attendant to serve the dessert. What kind of boys do you like, Nele? Well, someone with a sense of justice and duty? That's it? Yeah. Hebe gazes into the distance thoughtfully. I can tell without asking that you haven't been in more than 2 relationships, am I right? Huh? How do you know? I have my ways. Still, your cousin mentioned that back when you were trapped inside a burning building, a Stasi agent charged in there to save you. She thought something was going on between you two. You mean Agent J? I only asked him a favor because of what happened with the Galatea. Once it was Mia who got me out, he didn't really do much. What happened with Galatea? Are you referring to the scandal concerning Professor Grey? Yeah. From what Maya told me, you said Professor Grey was always kind to you, and that you learned a great deal working under her as an intern. You also loved your work at the lab. So you asked the Stasi to investigate why Professor Grey had turned from a well-respected teacher into a public enemy. I just wanted to retrieve my research data from Professor Grey lab. As for the professor herself, there's heart pounds uneasily. There's a light and darkness in everyone. To me, Professor Grey has always been an earnest and righteous woman with unyielding tenacity. I don't understand the darkness that was hidden inside her, but I will always remember the light that she had given me. A splendid answer. I have also experienced betrayal at the hands of a trusted mentor. I was young back then, just like you, and it had caused me a lot of pain and suffering. What But from what you have just said, I know I have nothing to worry about. You're strong, my dear. He slides the tablet over to Naylor with a smile. A lovely young woman like you deserves an outstanding partner. Following your cousin's request, I've picked out a few young men out of the new recruits of the Ministry of Health. Do any of them catch your eye? Staring at the profiles lying in front of her, Naylor squirms in her seat. I'd rather be forced to proofread my underclassman's theses. After the long and painful meal, Haber leads Naylor into their dressing room. The interior of the manor smells faintly of fragrance. Inside the spacious dressing room, there are rows upon rows of clothes, jewelry, shoes, and all kinds of accessories, categorized by color and style and displayed in an orderly fashion. The disorienting sight reminds Naylor of the time when she conducted an experiment while having a fever. She prepared the reagents according to the total volume, but after adding in the final sample, she realized she was still very far off, and she couldn't even remember what she had put in and what she hadn't. I quite like the ones you picked. I'll investigate them a bit further, and if everything checks out, we can have a dinner date with each of them. Right, thanks. Now let's see what you can do about that look for your appointment with Herr Vogt. Herr Vogt is not a shallow man who judges a book by its appearance. Trying too hard and dressing up will actually put him off. I understand. What do you usually wear? A lab coat over pajamas. If a superior is visiting the lab, I'll dress a bit more formally. Basically a lab coat over a t-shirt and pants. I see. Naylor can see a hint of despair flash past Haber's eyes. Naylor, do you usually spend most of your time in the lab and barely ever go outside and socialize with others? Yes, how could you tell? I will say that her outfit that she's wearing right now looks pretty good. Question mark? Instead of answering, Haber simply chuckles. Then she pulls out several simple but chic clothes out of the wardrobe of light-colored clothes. They are all things that Naylor would never even go near. I think these would suit you. Want to try them on? Okay. Naylor enters the changing room with the dresses in her arms as if she was about to face a death squad. Sometime later. He brushes Naylor's hair gently while trying to console her. It's alright, my dear. You don't usually wear dresses, so it's perfectly understandable that you're not used to it. You don't have to blame yourself. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. After putting on the maxi dress and coming out of the changing room, Naylor tripped immediately and knocked down a whole rack of accessories. She scrunches up her face and desperately tries to put the extremely embarrassing moment out of her mind. Considering Haber's associate this firing footwood on the impulse. Yeah, but, you know, Naylor doesn't know that. Naylor doesn't know that she is yet again conversing with someone that is part of Paradeus. Just like Gray. Yikes. That's the good thing that it happens. What do you mean? Just that the clothes that I had chosen for you didn't actually suit you. It's much better that you slipped in my dressing room than in front of Herr Vogt, don't you think? Thank you, Haber. Now let's tidy up what you're wearing and some volume to your hair and apply some light makeup. Anything else would be unnecessary. After all, you're young and already very beautiful. I'll defer to your judgment. Haber smiles and waves after putting Naylor into the car sent by Vogt. When the car is driven out of sight, Haber hands her assistant a hard drive. Analyze it. Yes, ma'am. What's in here? Naylor's communication logs. Look through every single conversation, message, and email. Understood? Uh-oh. That's not good. On a highway in Frankfurt. Inside the speeding sedan, Naylor tries to stay awake as she takes in the cityscape in the morning sunshine from the suspension bridge. A thoroughfare cuts straight through a swathe of villas with low red roofs, making it look like a flawless slice of a red velvet cake. A message from Mia. Did everything go well? I just met Frau Hebe. I'm now on my way to see my grandfather. Have you done as I told you and purged everything that had to do with Griffin and the Stasi from your comms logs? Of course. I even deleted the contact details so that there's absolutely nothing to find even if grandfather looks through them. Good. Now get some rest while you're on the way. You'll have to be extremely careful when talking to your grandfather. Yeah, Frau Hebe said the same. How are things on the instructor's end? The last time we communicated, she told me the operation had already begun. I'm guessing she'll only get in touch again when it's over. Right. I hope things go well for them too. By the way, what kind of place is the White Zone? Why can't I find any information about that? All I know is that it's basically top secret. Other than that, I've got nothing. No wonder she asked me to take special note of the terrain in the White Zone. Just do the best you can, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't worry, I got this. Nella puts on a communicator and looks out the window. When the sedan drives past the junction, the eye-catching blue signboard catches Nella's attention. Raunheim, Wiesbaden bound. Nella turns on the real-time GPS on a tablet and confirms the fact that she is currently traveling towards the district center from the southeast. Chauffeur, doesn't grandfather live in Raunheim? Why are you heading towards Wiesbaden? Vogt no longer resides in Raunheim. Then where does he live? In Wiesbaden? You'll find out when we get there. It's clear that the chauffeur does not wish to answer. Nella raises an eyebrow and decides to keep her questions to herself. The moment the sedan drives into the district area, the erect noise barriers block Nella's view. Under the watchful gaze of the increasingly frequent speed detectors on the roadside, the car slowly decelerates as it travels downhill along the road. Well, the car is stuck in traffic. Nella spots a wide piece of construction in the distance through the gaps of the noise barriers. It's a very tall wall towering in the district center. From this distance, it looks comically out of place, almost like a giant's building block toy. Is something the matter? No. Nella sits back and quickly identifies the nearby buildings on the map. The Diet, the court, the administrative building, government offices. Huh? Behind the Diet complex on the map is a completely grayed out area, which matches the location of the tall white wall in the distance. No matter how she zooms in on the map, it will not show her any of the buildings within the area, except for a small one right on the edge labeled Sanatorium. The chauffeur, do you know what that white thing over there is? Hold on. Even though they are caught in the gridlock, the chauffeur wordlessly inches the vehicle forward so that the noise barriers once again block Nella's view. Did he do that on purpose? After a moment of silence, Nella asks again evenly. I just saw a tall white wall at the center of the Wiesbaden district, just to the north of the Diet complex on the map. Do you know what that is? Oh, some kind of purification quarantine wall, I think? There's a sanatorium there. I see. The long line of traffic ahead shows no sign of moving. Nella notices that the chauffeur keeps looking at her through the rear view mirror. Nella drops her gaze casually. While yawning, she surreptitiously uploads a screen cap of the satellite map to the cloud. A1. I don't know, maybe. The car slowly moves forward. Just as Nella swipes back to the homepage, everything around her suddenly goes dark. Through the car window, there's nothing but boundless darkness ahead. A white light after white light whizzes past overhead. The signal comes and goes. Realizing that the light from a tablet is reflected on her own glasses, Nella quickly turns off the screen. How much longer will it take? Please get some rest. I'll wake you when we arrive. Nella blinks. She asks no more questions. After turning several corners, only the monotonous rumbling of the vehicle can be heard in the tunnel. Fighting her drowsiness, Nella slowly closes her sore and puffy eyes. Please wake up, Frau Schäfer. We're here. Traffic situation adds up, but Frankfurt is way east of the A1. Well, it's also, like, there's been some changes in territory. And, you know, yeah. The chauffeur makes himself scarce as soon as he has escorted the groggy Nelia into the enclosed elevator. Nelia has not even got the time to register the building that she has entered. Only after the chauffeur is gone does she realize that none of the buttons on the elevator do anything when she presses them, nor does she see an emergency button. There are CCTV cameras in all four corners at the ceiling, recording her every move. Sounds like the pulley passing through a joint in the track sections. Holding on tightly onto the handrail, Neda can only roughly judge the elevator's course by the inertia she is experiencing as it climbs and descends periodically. She feels like a caged animal being transported to God knows where. After a long journey, the elevator doors finally slide open again. Trying to overcome a motion sickness, Neda slowly exits the elevator and takes in her surroundings cautiously, and realizes that all the people milling about are dressed in police or military uniforms. Frau Cornelia Schäfer. Just as she is at a loss to where to go, a military doll standing next to the elevator calls out to her. Hello, I am Herr Vogt's housekeeper. You may call me Sonia. You are not a housekeeper! Hello? Please follow me. Sonia takes the package out of Neda's arms and walks towards the security gate of the basement lobby. Please put your bag and coat inside the tray. Also take out everything in your pockets, and all metal objects and electronic devices, and place them here. Neda grits her teeth and follows Sonia's instructions as quickly as she can and places everything tidily into the plastic tray. Having detected the change in weight, the black conveyor belt starts running slowly, sending the plastic tray through the security scanner. Please head that way and stand behind the line. Neda appears at the black security gate, then strides through calmly. The indicator lights flickers green. A garrison soldier in uniform sweeps Neda from head to toe with a handheld scanner. Alright. Look at the camera, open your mouth, nod, blink. Place both of your thumbs here. Right, now sign these. They glances at the titles of the documents quickly. White Zone Private Visit Approval Form. White Zone Private Visitor Category D. Non-disclosure agreements. So many documents? Someone will brief you on everything soon. Pay special attention to a bit here. NDA Clause 1.1. Upon departure from the White Zone, the visitor shall not disclose any internal information or observations related to the White Zone to any external party. Any breach of this obligation shall be deemed an act of endangering national security and will be subject to legal consequences accordingly. Ignoring all the questions bubbling inside her, Neda quickly puts her signature on the date on all the documents. The garrison soldier leaves through everything and files them away efficiently. Then he points down the corridor. Straight down, through the door. By the glass partition at the end of the corridor is a heavy metal door that oddly reminds Nayla of an operating theatre in the hospital. I'll be waiting for you on the outside. Please come out soon. May I ask what's behind the door? Sonia makes no response to Nada's question and simply walks away through a special passage. Okay. Inside the airtight carriage, Neda coughs violently with her back against the cold inner wall. Her throat convulses involuntarily as she recalls the comprehensive biological scan and fatal antimicrobial blast she was just subjected to in the sterilization chamber. Was that really necessary? Sonia holds out a tray full of lozenges, medical face masks, and tablets for motion sickness. Next there's a large cardboard box in which Nada's coat and belongings, which she had to part with at the security checkpoint, are messily stashed. No, thank you. Nada takes a deep breath and packs up all her belongings one by one. The communication still has no signal reception, and black tape has been applied to the top of the screen. All your recording devices are prohibited within the White Zone. When you leave the White Zone, they will inspect your belongings again. Please cooperate with the procedure. May I ask a few questions? Please go ahead. I'm just here to visit my grandfather. Why did I have to go through such stringent security and sterilization procedures? You must comply with the standard regulations of the White Zone. Neda sways lightly along with the motion of the carriage. She can roughly tell that they are descending in circles, like driving down a winding mountain road. Where are we going? And what exactly is the White Zone? Do you understand the concept behind the black, red, yellow, and green zones? Yes, I know what those are. Zones are divided according to the elite contamination levels. The green zone is currently the cleanest. From what I know, the contamination levels in the mines district has pretty much reached the limit of what our purification technology can achieve. It has not. The actual limit is reducing contamination levels to 0. Complete purification. That's the White Zone. That's impossible. Unless the place is totally isolated from the outside world, with 0 contact with the external air and water sources. Sonia smiles. That is indeed the solution. Wait. As the carriage travels on, Neda comes to a sudden realization. The White Zone isn't even on the surface of the Earth, so naturally there is no contact with the air outside. Correct. Our water is also purified above ground before entering the White Zone. An underground zone. The money needed to build something of this magnitude must have been astronomical. Building something from scratch is always easier than fixing something, don't you think? Neda lets out a light sigh, and the thrill of exploring the unknown starts brewing within her. 10. A beautiful loneliness. It's gonna be another Lunasia chapter. The rustling of grass and leaves reach my ear. Delicate twigs slap against each other as they ripple in waves, depicting the free shape of the wind from far to near. This sounds like an aircraft lifting off. I don't even remember when the last time I got to wake up naturally in the soft morning sunlight. Half the lake before me glimmers with golden waves, while the other half bears the reflection of the serene mountains. It is such a beautiful sight that it quite literally takes my breath away. When I finally retire, I've got to build a little cabin by a lake like this. I'll sail and go fishing every day. And when I'm tired, I'll just lie on the grass, looking at the sky, not thinking about anything. How lovely that would be. The commander has noticed the movement coming from behind, but they do not turn around. They simply pick up their ears and listen to the approaching footsteps walking on floorboards to the rustling of grass and leaves. Until the familiar presence stops right behind them. You can turn off the projection, thank you. Isn't it nice to get a preview of your retirement life? Sweet dreams will make me lose my way. I would rather face reality. As you wish. The realistic holograph projection abruptly cuts out. The building reverts to its original form. It seems to be an abandoned depot with an airplane part scattered all over the dimly lit interior. Are we at Frankfurt Airport? Are you hungry? What have you got? Apple pie and pretzels. As well as apple cider. Lunasia turns her back towards the commander and puts up the apple pie and pretzels. The commander takes the opportunity to study their surroundings. The gaze falls once again on the surveillance cameras currently pointed at them. We believe your account to be fundamentally true. I hear quiet sound me. Of course, none of the knights react to it. No need to answer, Commander. I know you're enjoying the hospitality. I know I've heard that voice before, but I can't quite place it. There's no doubt that she's with a T-Doll who hacked the Knights. We are currently figuring out the defensive system of the treatment facility where you're being held in order to work out infiltration plan. It's going to take a while. Therefore, we need you to buy us more time, Commander. I know it will hurt, but currently we have no other options. The only solace I can offer you is my hope that you will come to enjoy it. She ends the transmission after leaving me with that thoroughly unfunny joke. Which of it was that? I don't quite remember. Commander never thought that there would come a day when they'd wish to hear 4-4's voices again so desperately, even if it's just to make a terrible joke. I always love to hear 4-4's voices. All of a sudden, an indicator light on the surveillance camera blinks twice. The commander's eyes widen. Before they can observe the camera more closely, Renes has walked up to them. Come and eat something. The commander's dragged over to a table. They crane their heads to peer at the camera again. Maybe it was just a signal fluctuation? The commander thinks to themselves humorously. What's wrong? Is it not to your taste? You know full well if it's to my taste or not. Nature pours the commander a glass of cider. Please eat. Personally, I absolutely fucking adore apple pie and apple cider. What's going to happen next? You'll find out after you eat. The commander is unable to glean any information from Lunasia's impassive face. While the commander is digging in, Lunasia places a new set of clothes by their side. I can't smell, but I'm guessing you could use a change of clothes. This place is equipped with shower facilities. Please use it and get changed. Has William asked to see me then? Lunasia makes no answer. She just quietly sips the apple cider in a glass. The commander also says no more and probably eats up all the food on their plates. Squeak! After taking the shower, the freshly dressed commander comes before Lunasia. I'm done. I'm ready to meet William. Lunasia, who is leaning back in her chair, gives the commander a dazed smile. They notice her flushed cheeks and unfocused eyes. The bottle in her hand is empty. You drank the whole thing? Yeah. The commander scratches at their heads, then finds a blanket and drapes it over her shoulders. Where's William? Why are you always asking about him? I'm the one sitting right in front of you. You drank too much. Get some rest. Why won't you show me some concern? What's the matter with you? Why are you drinking to drown your sorrows? And why do you suddenly start caring about my appearance? I want you to keep me company. I've been here the whole time the last few days, haven't I? No, not like that. I want us to spend time together like normal people. Like a couple. From what I remember, when people are about to go on a date, they clean themselves up before seeing their beloved. That's why I also asked you to... Commander. Yes? Let's go on a date. The commander lets out a sigh and sits down on the chair opposite Lunasia. Alright, what kind of date are you thinking? Are there any suitable locations nearby? What? Trying to figure out your location while I'm drunk? That's not what I mean. If you want a date, then I have to deliver the best of my ability. We have the date right here. The commander looks around. This rough and grimy depot is not at all suitable location for a date. Where's the holographic projector that you shut down earlier? Through the magic of holographic projection, it's almost as if they are now on a rooftop in Frankfurt. The sound of an aircraft taking off can be heard from outside the depot. The commander can almost see a commercial airliner taking to the skies. Do you like traveling by plane? The two of them are lying side by side on the floor. Lunasia turns her head to look at the commander. I neither like nor dislike it. It's a mode of transport for me, just like any other. I hate planes. They're always taking people I love away from me and bringing in people I hate. Who are the ones you love and who are the ones you hate? I don't want to talk about them. Alright. Then don't you have anyone by your side? Yes, Bill has always been by my side. I never quite know how to deal with all the different people around me. I've gotten used to hiding my feelings, but he's different. To protect me, he'd channel my emotions to the top of his own. Because of that, he always appears hysterical, but I know he's a gentle, thoughtful boy. I have reservations about that. One time, I went to watch the planes and forgot the water was boiling on the stove. By the time I went back inside, the bottom of the kettle was completely burnt, and I almost caused a fire. Mother was furious and kept demanding to know who was responsible. Bill saw me trembling in fear, so he stepped forward and took the blame. He took a terrible beating for that. I was locked up for 3 days. Should have just beaten him to death. I really owe him a lot to him. Commander props themselves up and pours themselves a glass of cider to try and get rid of the vicious thoughts in their head. No, don't get rid of them. They're fucking right. They should have beaten him to death. Or maybe they shouldn't have raised a fucking monster. Do you have any memory that doesn't concern this person? Sure. I remember during a field combat drill, I led SOP 2 and 15 in completing difficult missions, and we set off to regroup with 16. But I got the rendezvous point wrong, and we ended up boarding the wrong plane. Only when we were almost at the destination did we realize the plane was headed to a mine in Siberia. 16 was in a total panic. I can imagine. 15's face was like thunder, which scared me to death. SOP 2, on the other hand, had a lot of fun. I didn't know what to do at all. In the end, 16 managed to find us a plane that was willing to give us a lift to where we're supposed to go, but SOP insisted on bringing along this insanely massive piece of geo that she had found. When we finally dragged her onto the plane, she had to say goodbye to the geo in tears. She must have obsessed over it like for a long time afterwards. Yeah, back when we were on board the Elmo a while ago, I could still hear her muttering about the geo in her sleep. At the mention of the Elmo, the commander takes 2 gulps of the cider glumly. That was only because she was undergoing repairs in her repair tank. Or she would have sat up and started telling the story again. What's wrong? The commander turns toward Lenasia. Those memories belong to 3 distinct individuals. Do they? Yes, the memory about William belongs to Lenasia. The one about the AR team's field combat drills is in force, and the memory on board the Elmos probably belongs to Dandelion. When you were recounting them, I could see that you did not realize the switch in perspective at all, so I'm guessing the memories all jumbled together inside your neural cloud. Now the question is, who are you? Lenasia looks up and her eyes come into the light. Who am I to you? Just as the commander is about to answer, the arm that they've been using to prop themselves up suddenly grows slack, and they slump helplessly onto the floor. Lenasia's face comes into view. She gazes silently at the commander, who's now paralyzed and unable to speak. Perhaps what I really want isn't a date, but an answer. Who am I? I don't know the answer to this question either. But perhaps I don't actually need to try so hard to find an answer, because the fact that I came to be is already an answer in itself, don't you think? No. Sorry, Commander, for making you put up with my antics again. Now sleep. When you wake up, it'll be another brand new day. Asia. Sudden wave of drowsiness stops any of the Commander's words from reaching their lips. Before the world is completely consumed by oblivion, the Commander musters all their strength and grabs hold of Lenasia's hand. I can't be sure if they're imagining it, but in the moment before they lose consciousness, the girl seems to pause before lapsing into a strange silence. I can't wait to be freed. I don't want to be there with that maniac. Fog rises. Inside the Paradeus factory, Eschborn district, Frankfurt. At the signal hub where every corner within the factory is visible on the monitors, it becomes apparent that the facility is almost completely paralyzed after the dust settles. Watching the playbook of Defy's entry and withdrawal thoughtfully, Nemron ponders how they discovered this base and why they conducted this seemingly pointless operation. Ashley, report on the status of the factory. Ignoring the interruption from the system alert, Ashley follows the computer to compile all the data through stacks of pop-up windows. Yes, Sister Nemron. Currently, 46% of the factory equipment is damaged, and the assembly lines and screening center are completely destroyed. As for manpower, a different alarm suddenly starts flashing in the center of the screen. An alarm from the beasting system. Sister Nemron, the beasting system just intercepted some important information. Open it. Yes, Sister Nemron. Ashley pauses the report and inputs a password. The encrypted text appears on the large screen. The illegible gibberish is translated into concise words and sentences in Nemron's eyes. Sister Nemron, is there anything I can do? Lead a team to take stock of any supplies that can be salvaged from the factory and prepare to move them. And get someone to stay behind and clean everything up. Yes, Sister. All the White Knights present quietly file out of the room, not daring to make a peep. Only when everyone else is gone does Nemron start analyzing information intercepted by the beasting system. It is a list of newly acquired books at the Frankfurt District Library. The book title that has triggered an alarm is Human Intelligence Research, 18th edition. Nemron gathers all the information and sends it over to Laplace. A few minutes later, she receives a comms request from her. I want the physical copy. All we have at the moment is the fact that it has appeared in the library. We know nothing about the date of publication, word count, or contents. I have already located the book. I'll send someone to extract it for you later. Sure. Call ends. The Knights scramble around the ruins, gathering any supplies that are still usable. Make it quick. Load everything that still works onto the truck. Don't miss anything. Understood. Ashley takes one last look at the Knight on duty, gives one last instruction, then hurries off to the next location that Nemron has ordered her to attend to. Butting off scars and... When Ashley has walked off in the distance, the Black Knight dumps what she is carrying and heads into the base. Yes! I know who this is. In a hidden basement near the Paradise factory. Defy is withdrawn safely. Yup. Copy that. The copy of Human Intelligence Research 18th edition Frankfurt Library has already been locked onto. It took the bait pretty quickly. Don't lower your guard. Prepare to hack the system. By the way, Agent Vigilant, just a gentle reminder that you're almost overclocking G11's processor. She's doing fine. I'm doing fine. Following 416's strategy, even G11's NeuroCloud is being used to provide auxiliary processing power. We already cracked the code. We should be able to buy you about 30 minutes. But considering how little we know about the beasting system, you may only have 15 minutes in reality. Before she infiltrates the beasting system, UP-45 gives 416 a long look. You're so nervous you're making me nervous as well. You should be nervous about this. Take a deep breath. Now let's go, 45. Check in regularly. I'll pull you out by force the moment you fail to check in on time. UP-45 and UP-9 close their eyes and descend to level 2. My boiling crud space punching. Reasons. It's a bit of a... It's difficult to explain. Outer layer of the beasting system, level 2. Having made their entry successfully, UP-45 and UP-9 proceed stealthily through the data network. 45? Why is 416 acting so weird? Didn't you just praise her for being professional and reassuring yesterday? I said it to lighten up the mood. I think she got rattled. By what? Probably what happened in Avernus. We'll talk about it when we're out. We already triggered the system's outermost defense. 45 takes up the corruption key. The number dials turn rapidly several times, then they are through. That was quick. 50 minutes should be more than enough for this. Spoken too soon. 45 points at an object that is glowing faintly in the distance. Is that some kind of confidential document? No, that is another fireball. The system is seems to have a classic Matryoshka structure with layers upon layers of defenses. Let's just hope the information we're looking for isn't on the very inside. What about which layer will find the information about the commander? I hope it's the next one. I'm guessing it's at least 6 layers in. Huh? 45 chuckles. Then she concentrates on the task and starts heading towards the firewall that's blocking the access to the next layer. Next mission is the combat mission. There's a lot of things going on, and essentially we are about to hack... Oh, not we are. 45 and 9 are currently hacking the main network of Paradeias. The spy network that is connecting everything. Which, if successful, will give us access to every single piece of information. You have carrot soup? That's really good. I'm gonna have carrot soup tomorrow, actually. Though probably a different kind of carrot soup than you are, because mine is Eintopf. But yeah, glad that you managed to kill Kila. Also, I agree, Bakasura. Kraut is disgusting if you don't cook it before serving, and it's also not something hit it with blend until smooth. Nah. You see, Germany has a few different styles of vegetable stew in that regard. And around my area, it's Eintopf, which is usually, like, depending on which one. Like, for example, with carrots, it's potatoes, it's onions, it's a bunch of stuff cooked in a single pot with meat in it as well. It's really good. It's an extremely hearty German meal. Occupy the command post. Eliminate one enemy and/or unknown victory condition. Well, that's a lot. This is the enemy we have to kill, I'm guessing. What are we controlling with this? Ah. Aha. Okay. This one is for routing. Got it, got it. And 3 chest arms. I want to go down first. No, I want to go up first. Up to the right. No, change it to the left, please. It's a routing puzzle. I wonder if I can beat one of those. And this is one of those things that is really stupid to do. I really just shouldn't. But I want to try. We'll probably just blow up. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Normally when you have red beans, it's all in one line in the middle. This time around, it's not. Failed. Let's try that again. But this time, not stupid. Go away. Yeah, the smart path is to go down below. For the simple reason that we can connect from here to here to here to here and out. The question is, what is the hidden condition to win this mission? Because that's probably a secret achievement again. Is what I would guess. Change it to the right. But change it to down. Move you up. Change it to the right. And we are on a victory lap. At least if that's actually it. Alright. Still want to know what that question mark is. Light as a feather 3. That's what I want to do first, because that's the background information on. Yeah. I failed, and so did you. Can start again for an infinite number of times. A problematic program will still fail even if it's run an infinite number of times. Out of the three of us, someone is bound to become the fully immune individual. It was her. Who impeded our metamorphosis. So if we kill her, our chances of becoming a fully immune individual will increase from 1/3 to a half. That's right, Morido. Kill her, so that she can return to this place. Then we will be reunited and reborn once again in the cocoon. Will I also be trapped here like you? No, you will be reborn. That's kind of a bit deceiving Morido, tempting her with a false promise of rebirth. Morido is also deceiving Butska. Rebirth has never been what she truly desires. Only Maclean wants to save everyone. Yeah, Maclean was the one that really didn't deserve anything that she got. Genuinely. Because, well, we haven't made it to that point. in that rundown of that event. I know what happens to her. Also, since we have an ad break right now, anyway, I'm going to quickly use the bathroom. Where? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. There we go. Next up, the gaze. Director's Office, Stasi HQ, Frankfurt White Zone. After going through the last document on the tray, Finn Hoffman rolls a stiff neck and peers at the clock hanging on the wall. The meeting should have concluded 1 hour, 27 minutes ago. Things must be really intense at the meeting. Oh, hang on. I don't think it'll end anytime soon. Finn looks over at Q, who's sitting at on the black sofa across from him. She stacks up the parts in her hands and shrugs indifferently. Things aren't too urgent on my end. But Finn, shouldn't we start thinking about lunch? When Frau Romi's meeting is over, the three of us can eat together. I just want a simple lunch break all to myself. Finn chuckles. He picks up a pen and spins it slowly on his fingers. Your presentation isn't urgent, but it's very important. If you don't get it done by this afternoon, you won't have any luck getting an appointment at the later date. The queue of people who want to see the minister stretches from the Main to the Rhine. Fine. Let me get myself a coffee then. Q has barely stood up when Finn points at the mini fridge to the side. There's cold brew Americano concentrate in the mini fridge to your left. It'll probably give you a bigger kick. Am I not even allowed to time for a cup of hot Americano on a winter day in Frankfurt? Such is the work culture in Frankfurt. Q opens the fridge and takes out a bottle of iced Americano concentrates. She weighs it on her palm and gives Finn a thoughtful look. Why don't we have a wager? On what? Whether Frau Romi's negotiation goes well. What's the bet? I know better than to ask for a day off, so I'll just say free lunch later. Fine. It's obviously a long and tough battle since she's running so late. I bet it went really well. And Frau Romi received some unexpected good news. Oh? Why do you think so? Finn sits up straighter in his chair, showing that he is all ears. We're on an aggressive offensive here. If it hadn't gone well, the meeting would have been over pretty soon. Ding, a notification pops up from the intranet. Finn quickly leans closer to his monitor to check it. You're right. Oh? I've just been given access to the view of the organizational structure of the White Zone garrison. As expected of a top agent, you've really got top-notch acumen. You flatter me. In my line of work, careless mistakes are very much fatal. Finn takes the coffee concentrate from Q, pours it skillfully into a glass, and adds it about 200 milliliters of purified water, and passes the Americano back to Q. Then we'll just have to wait for Frau Romi's good news. I'll be looking up the restaurants for my free lunch. Take your pick out of anything within 3 kilometers. Q grins as she sorts the search results by average price from highest to lowest. I don't care what the food tastes like, I'm gonna just pick the most expensive one. The midday sun warms up the sofa and shines upon the chandelier overhead, which reflects the dazzling light. Please go in, Frau Nele. Thank you. Sonia ushers Nele inside. Nele immediately spots her grandfather sitting on the sunlit sofa by the window in the spacious minimalist lounge. She finds herself nostalgically nervous as she faces this old man with hawkish features and piercing eyes that can see through everything. Hang on, wait a second. Yeah. The midday sun warms up the sofa and shines upon the chandelier. But aren't we underground? Hang on a second. Good afternoon, grandfather. Take a seat. Sonia leads Nele over to a chair opposite the sofa. After pouring a coffee, she retreats quietly to the side. Mai told me you're looking for a job. If memory serves, you graduated from Heidelberg University? Yes. The university's tuition fees have always been exorbitant. Your father was willing to get you in by making a donation. No, I got a 1.0 for my Abitur and was given advanced entry. Not bad. That's been artificial daylight. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but that should be really expensive and really quite needless. But you were involved with the Galatea scandal. Our contract had already been terminated before things went south. Vogue gently swirls his almost empty cup of coffee and ponders for a while with narrowed eyes. How about this? A pharmaceutical company wants me to be a trustee. You can work at the Munich subsidiary as a representative. Your mother wouldn't let me intervene in a marriage and insisted on marrying that penniless pauper. Suppose you won't want me to butt in either. I'll let your cousin take care of it. If that's all, you can go. Vogue puts down his coffee and slowly gets to his feet to leave the lounge. I can see that my mom's description of you is 100% accurate. You really are a stubborn, self-righteous old geezer who doesn't give a damn about other people's feelings. Dude, they dug out an underground home for the rich and powerful entirely clean on radiation. Do you think they're going to save on the lighting? Well, the thing is, it's not supposed to be a... well, generally, it's not a home for the rich and the wealthy. It's supposed to be, first and foremost, data storage and for the leadership structure. Vogue whirls around in disbelief and glares furiously at the impotent youth. How dare you speak of me that way? Did you come here just to rile me up? I'll have you know that one word from me and nobody in all of Frankfurt will hire you. Damn visual novel? Sort of, kind of, Zaha. Hi. Yes, I shall hydrate. It's a thing. Welcome to Girls Online. Which, the story content is usually taught or told in a visual novel style. Though, make no mistake, despite the fact that it's called Girls Online and the thing that draws people in is the characters are guns, but they're girls. We're playing through a Cold War-esque sci-fi thriller. It's a bit spicy. It's a visual novel with minigames? Not really. No, that's not why I'm here. I only came because shortly before my mom died, she made me promise I'd visit you when I have time. She was afraid that you'd spend your final years in misery. She said with your nasty temper and stubbornness, nobody would ever come to see you after you retire. Ignoring the old man's ire, knit a sense of coolly. And now I know she's right. Nobody ever visits you, and you clearly don't need me to take care of you. You. Why would I need you? Did she think I had no one else but her? She's playing some electro. Ah. So the rumor's not true. You actually have illegitimate children out there behind grandmothers and mom's back. You moron, what an absolute cretin! What I meant is that there are plenty out there who are tripping over each other to be my son, so I have no need for my wayward daughter. Nor do I care for a granddaughter like you. Fine, I get it. I won't publicly acknowledge you as my grandfather as not to dishonor my precious house. Or your precious house. You are exactly like your mother. You've got it all from her. And who did she get it all from? Scram, get far away from me. Don't you dare show your face in front of me ever again. Alright, happy to oblige. Nilla bows humbly. Her originally immaculate outfit is now a little creased, but she keeps her spine ramrod straight. For Nilla, this way please. I don't understand why she did that, I'll be honest, but respect. What the fuck? Why would you do that? No, the main thing about this game is that it's generally sort of a gacha game, though also it's weird. It's one of my favorite games though, and the story is absolutely insane. An urgent comms request stops Jay in his tracks. Yes? This is our patrol route and schedule for today. Here's the pass with your name on it. We are Stasi agents, not security guards. But boss, we got to put in charge of patrolling the wide zone. Get a rookie to sub me! Elfman said there are fingerprints and retinal scans everywhere here. Some areas even require 4-factor identity authentication. Jay rubs his forehead in frustration. After the door closes behind her, Nayla lets out a long exhale, and her stiff body finally begins to relax. Then she remembers something important. Crap, I forgot to probe for information about the wide zone. I was too busy arguing with my grandfather. Oh dear, what should I do? I've got to find a way to do a bit more exploring. But what should I do without a guide or map? Will they think I'm up to no good? Huh? A person not accompanied by a white zone doll? Well, please present your ID and visitor permit. Nida turns around. It's you? What are you doing here? Nayla pushes her glasses up her nose and eyes the Stasi agent, who is evidently authorized to operate within the white zone. A plan begins to emerge in her head. Agent J, it's been a while. I came to visit my grandfather. Unfortunately, his health doesn't allow him to go on long walks. Do you have the time? Would you like to take a stroll around with me? Huh? You want to stroll? With me? Isn't this the perfect time to loaf a bit on the job? I've never been here before, and I don't really know the area. I'm afraid I got lost. Well, since a lady finds herself lost in the wide zone, it's my duty to ensure your safety. A bit of comedic relief in the middle of everything, I guess? Yeesh. But yeah, normally the gameplay is very much related to guns, and war, and fighting, and death. However, the events can go places. Fade to black. Let's see what this is about. In Laplace's lab, Braunen District, Frankfurt. Ashley, delete all information about that book. Huh? Isn't it top secret information? It's just a fake. Let's see. I will now archive all relevant information. As Ashley processes the data in the beasting system, a thought suddenly occurs to her and she turns to look at Nemron. Nemron, the beasting system is never wrong. There's no way it could have intercepted information regarding a fake. Someone is trying to lure us into taking the bait. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Track down the source of the information. Yes, Sister Nemron. Ashley promptly dispatches several knights to check the CCTV footage at the Frankfurt Library and look for signs of unauthorized access within the beasting system. Also, you can stop following any intelligence updates on human intelligence research. So we'll no longer monitor any activities concerning the book. Any updates, changes in situation and status, downloads. Let me put it this way. We will still be keeping an eye out, but for whoever is behind this. We don't need to care about any new intelligence that emerges. We just have to focus on finding out what these people are after. Understood? In the surveillance room in the Paradeus factory. Sister Ashley, I've gone through all the CCTV footage at the Frankfurt Library. Have you found the target? No. All surveillance record in the time frame when the forged book was planted in the library has been wiped and replaced with false data. Since it's been completely overwritten, we cannot even recover the original data. Are there no other leads at all? None. The enemy was extremely meticulous. They even hacked the cameras in the surrounding areas. Keep looking into it. Find the first camera that they hacked and carry on from there. Yes, sister. There's a knock at the door. Enter. Sister Ashley, I've gone through all the CCTV recordings from 24 hours before to 24 hours after the Defiance attack on the factory. And you've compiled all the relevant information. Yes, we found their ride, and we are currently trying to track their travel route. We will finish reconstructing their route in approximately 3 hours and subsequently locate the hideout. Good. You may go. Yes, sister. The large surveillance room is silent again. Ashley accesses the beasting system and finds the information about the fake books. She pulls up the uploaded access logs, then sends them over to a Niter for more in-depth investigation. After completing all her tasks, Ashley contracts Nemron. Sister Nemron, we have tracked down the Task Force Defiance movement and are currently trying to locate the hideout. All information pertaining to the fake book has been erased. On the search for its source is still underway. All security matters at the base have been taken care of. In addition, the materials from Berlin are being transported to Frankfurt. 17 batches have already reached the Cocoon factory. Should the excess waste be moved back to Berlin? No need. Initiate Father's plan and connect to the assembly line of the Asus boxes. Also, keep a close eye on Haber's beasting authorization. We cannot afford to have a cover blown. Understood. All channels for accessing beasting within Frankfurt are isolated. Not to mention protected by multi-factor encryption method. Right. Anything else to report? Ashley opens the beasting systems interface. Through the investigation we discovered that the information regarding Human Intelligence Research 18th edition was a modified copy of the interface from when we received information on the 17th edition. It's redundant data that appeared on the back-end system of the system and did not enter via normal channels. And you were fooled by such simple ruse. This is I'm so sorry. Never mind. It may have been a simple trick, but whoever was responsible managed to hack the beasting system without triggering the alarm, promptly find a loophole and forged a piece of intel that drew our attention. That alone makes them a worthy opponent. They're probably Gryffindors. However, they are bound to have left behind traces when hacking the system. Now that we know what kind of pests we're dealing with, should we exterminate them? Let me think about it. In a hidden corner near the Paradeus factory. Time for your schedule check-in. Found anything? We've broken through the fourth layer of the defenses. Nothing about the commander yet. We've buried it way too deep. Not even a sliver of a clue. We did find a surveillance signal that isn't part of the array in the Paradeus factory. This signal appears in multiple rooms within the same civilian building, but we haven't been able to extract the video feeds. We have another 10 minutes before the password refreshes. I'm just looking into the surveillance system signal while I'm working on breaking through the fifth layer. Acknowledged. G11 and I will make sure it's safe out there. In these last 10 minutes, exit the moment you receive a withdrawal signal. Copy that. G11, wake up. Go up there and stand guard. 416 taps G11 out of habit to wake her, but when she turns to look, she is surprised to find G11 staring at her with her eyes wide open. You're actually awake. I couldn't sleep when you look like that. Like what? It's tense. Like the female lead and Planet of the Zombies on the eve of the attack. Don't make it sound as if I were about to die. So you do watch the movies that I recommend. Please don't scold me. I'll go stand guard. G11 climbs compliantly to a high vantage point and starts surveilling the surrounding area. 416 monitors UMP-45 and 9's progress closely while also scanning for nearby signals continuously. In other words, she's extremely worried. In the last operation, 9 and 45 were both... Well, actually, 9 was destroyed and brought back. Everything has gone to shit, and she's actually showing that she cares, essentially. Which, she always cared, but she didn't want to show it. Which, you know, that's a nice change. Though in a bad situation. You've been acting weirdly since you came back from Avernus. Did 45 send you to question me? How do you know? You're hardly that observant. 416 glances at the uneasy G11 and decides to offer an explanation. I have simply come to realize this squad's weakness. The AR team has the support of the commander, while the Fire is still plenty strong even having lost their own commander. But what about us? We have no commander, no one to count on. All we have is ourselves. Haven't we always been this way? With no one to boss our bosses around, we can spend our days gaming and binging TV shows, and only have to take up some odd jobs every now and then. What's bad about that? It's just like you. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad either, but the situation is getting more and more tumultuous, and I can sense that something big is about to happen. If we keep being so complacent, Squad 44 will not survive. It sounds so complicated. I don't get it. You don't have to get it. Just know that no matter how I change 4-4, how I change 4-4 will always be 4-4. And we'll always be together, right? Yes. Then why all the griping? I don't have gripes against anyone in particular, but I used to think that 45 was cold, profit-driven, and would only take jobs that worked to our advantage. That's why even when she accepted high-risk commissions, I tried to convince myself that the payout justified the risks. However, only in Avernus did I realize that she took the job simply out of her devotion to Angie and the Commander. Huh? Ever since she came back from Avernus, she's been really down in the dumps. You think it's just because of 9, who can easily be loaded onto a new frame? That's certainly part of it, but no. She's mourning Angie, but just won't admit it. And you exposed her just like that. No wonder you're always arguing with 45. Even you found out about a secret? Yeah, I found her spacing out one night. I asked her what she was doing. She said Shaw got to have a grand funeral after she died, but not Angie. Are you worried that 45 was being too emotional? Developing feelings for your employer is bound to affect your judgment. We're not strong enough, and we have nobody to rely on. Our margin of error is much smaller than the AR team in Defy. For us, one false move, the whole game could be lost. Do you want to take over as leader of Squad 4-4? 4-4 can only survive with a perfectly cold and rational leader at the helm. If 45 is no longer up to the task, I don't mind playing this villain. A pop-up appears in 416's device. The squad is coming towards us. Can you see the configuration? Looks like routine patrols, but they're headed this way. Make sure our signals are masked. Hide 45's and 9's frames. Right. As G11 observes with bated breath, the patrol squad slowly crosses that field of vision. Just as they are about to disappear from view, the White Knight on the lead suddenly stops dead in her tracks. Then Eds pivots around in an extremely unsettling manner. She stares directly at G11, who is hidden behind a window, and she flashes her a dreadful smile. Ah! What's wrong? G11 tumbles off her lookout with a scream. 416 pulls G11 to her feet. At the same time, she notices that the signal of the patrol squad has disappeared from the scanner. They spotted me. That's not right. A thought suddenly occurs to 416. She rushes over to where they've stashed 45's and 9's frames, only to find nothing. How come they're gone? They're gone. We got hacked. Huh? When? I don't know, but I'm guessing the patrol squad was actually bait. Prepare for battle. The enclosed wall is abruptly blown apart. Debris is flung everywhere, and dirt hangs mid-air while the dazzling sunlight is in the dazzling sunlight like a swarm of wasps. 416's suspicion is confirmed. A woman dressed in white appears in the scene of frozen time. G11, focus your fire. Gunshots erupt as 416 and G11 lay down suppressive fire without any hesitation. Several bullets fly straight forward towards the backlit white figure hovering in midair. Powerful interference obscures their vision like a blizzard. They can no longer distinguish between night and day. The ground shakes beneath their feet, and all solid sensations gradually dissolve into insubstantial illusions that are ever-shifting. We must hang in there until they get back. Well. Okay. So, is this just a survival map? Survive until round 3. Round 1 is free. Everything after that will not be. The thing is, with the strength of these enemy units, I didn't catch the end of that because the stream was dying. Stream was dying? What? Oh. Hmm? Oh, is it because of mobile again? Actually wonder. Dang. I was hoping that 4-4 maybe be getting a combat bonus, but they don't. Non-PC. How is the stream dying? What? Just kept buffering. Man, I really don't like the fact that Twitch has been having these stupid issues lately. It's really dumb. It's buffing for me now too. But why? It should be fine. Calm down on your end. Is it Twitch issues again? I don't know. Might be. I'm rather confused about that. Because I haven't really done anything. I'd wager Twitch issues. And we had Twitch issues yesterday as well, that's why I'm guessing that. Because we, yesterday, had the problem that we essentially couldn't use any of the redeems. I think if it would be a new, it would be a build of the day. If we don't, I don't know. Wrong button. I don't want to actually do this. I want to do these. I want to spawn a hawk. Which hawk has the highest range? Is there any of them that has 4? No. Okay, let's spawn a mortar here. We shove the mortar to the middle of the map. For the simple reason that we can then use the combat squad that was over here to just protect that. We shall essentially just build a defensive line out of all of our squads. Though I don't know if I have enough squads now that I think about it. I need 2 more. I actually have enough. I don't have enough movement points to move them all, but I sure should have enough squads. And all of them are in range of the mortar. This is the kind of mission where the fact that I have so many squads makes this even easier than normal, because how you would normally do this is that you would spawn 4 squads maybe, and then rotate them along in turn 2 to kill more enemies. Essentially having 4 squads kind of kill 2 units per turn-ish. Maybe. Maybe more. But thanks to the fact that I have the full amount of squads possible, I can just spawn more. And because we're fighting Paradise units, they have shields, which is very annoying. But we have a mortar up in the middle of the field, which doesn't deal the most damage to shields, but it deals with them well enough. Because again, we're not playing on the hard difficulty. Simply to make the maps not take forever. Is the machine gun squad? Sure fucking is. But alright. IWS coming to the rescue. I really want her in GFL2. For one, because the design is sick. Her character is neat, but also the rifle that she uses is one of the weirdest things ever. It's really cool. I'm pretty sure that only like 2 prototypes exist of it. Vector casually dealing the most damage. Mind you that all of these dolls are completely overpowered, but Vector, with a Molotov cocktail, no, I'm gonna out-damage anyone. Just because I can. Fuck you. Kar98 about to wipe the floor with some enemies. Bang bang. They're all dead. Kar98 is also one of the ones that I really want to see in GFL2. There's a lot of the ones that I really want to see in GFL2. So first of all, we're going to push out this squad over here. Because that's the last spot in the circle that we haven't closed yet. Apart from north, which is Nemron on it. And I want to find Nemron with squad 4-4. I'm going to bring my full power to bear against her because she's a bitch. Automatically, she's a bitch because, well, she's the leader, one of the leaders of Paradeia's forces. So, how many Hawks can I spawn? All of them? 2 out of 12 Hawk limits? Okay. Hey, Fox! How you doing? Haven't recently been very often able to see your streams, I'll be honest. Again. Fuchs. It's a nerd. How's your ukulele collab, I believe, was today? It is a nerd. It is a nerd. I hope your stream was good. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. And for everyone that might not know me, hi, I'm TB. I play video games. Oftentimes military related, sometimes not. Today we're playing Girls Online, which is pretty military related for the one reason that the girls are representing weaponry. But also, it's a Cold War sci-fi thriller-ish. And we are in the final stretch of the game's story. This is the beginning of the end. As in, the story of this gacha game only has 3 events left. And this is the first of it. I'm also a Wolf VTube, as you can see. And, yeah. Let's put BGM there. I'm going to absolutely evaporate that bitch. I can't. Isn't this the second time you guys did that today? No, they just redeemed it twice in a row at the same time. Funny. Happens a lot today. Yeah. You know, Namran, I wanted to say this is nothing personal. But I'll be entirely honest, it absolutely fucking is. Get fucked. Quadruple Hawk support. Fuck you. Explode. Hey, Catherby, haven't seen you in a bit. Share the one brain cell. They do. Hope you're all doing alright. I hope that the ukulele from Fox was entertaining. I have blasted her so much that the game has decided I don't need audio anymore. The music, it is gone. Nemrod could explode you. Yup. Gone. Imagine you are the... Well, first of all, I don't imagine being them, but... Imagine you assault this. First of all, you have a ring out of combat balls waiting for you, and then inside there... Hawks. We just resupply all of them. Funny. End the turn. The music will return after this turn because, well, we're gonna win. But also, the enemy will run into us and die. Hilariously. Because in every single bit of combat, well, maybe not in every single bit of combat, but in most of the combats, we're gonna have full support from all of the Hawks. Bang. Ah, this is funny. Ah, yay. I like explosions. And this is a lot of them. We've got 2 mortars, 2 missile launchers, and an automatic grenade launcher just absolutely blasting at the enemy. Yep, that's another bit of combat done. It's still a bit weird without the music, but hey, the game is a little bit spaghetti code at this point. And sometimes the music just decides to stop. It's just what it is. Oh ho! This time around, the Hawks weren't even in the top 3. It's all machine guns. Wait, this isn't Tarkov? That is correct. This isn't Tarkov. Also, Ask, I saw your message, and I forgot to respond to it. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to play Armored Warfare on Thursday? I don't know. Bloop. And another enemy to blow the fuck up. I think it ends Thursday evening. Well, shit. Ah well, it is what it is. Bang. Oh, one more to go. I'm pretty sure all the Hawks are now out of ammo, so they're just gonna have to fight on their own. Which is actually really bad, because this is the one team where it could have really helped to have the Hawks. Oh well. Thank fuck the shields are very well timed. We took some damage. Nothing big. Mona protects. I've tried having rifles. In other squads, yes. Not in that one. That one's in the sword. As in, oh, hey, there's another squad that needs to fight. Whoever fights them now, it's not gonna last very long. This is 3 assault rifles on mod 3. AK-12, A-94, and AK-15 absolutely destroying anything in their way. Are we done yet? Nope. There's so many enemies. Bang bang. That's how quick it goes. Guess what? Car 98. Absolutely fucking the enemy up. Are we done now? Yes. My turn, and I win. Light as a feather 4 unlocked, which should be this one. Yes, okay, I need to quickly free up some space, I guess. Yes, show me all of the things that have been produced. Gyrus. What was it? Done here. Light as a feather 4. In the silent room, the door creaks open, stirring the still air within. Mordor looks up with a smile, as if she had been expecting the visitor before her. I knew you would come back to see me, Imogen. I remember this! I remember this, and This was one of those moments I was like, what the fuck are you doing, M4? I simply want to help you take a proper look at your virtual cognition image. M4 gently closes the door behind her. She strolls up to Mordor and peers down haughtily at her. Mordor now seems a little bewildered by M4's attitude. Why are you so intent on saving me, Imogen? You won't be able to pull off the same thing again. If, I say if, the objective changes next time, you'll be all done for. I don't want to attempt that again either. Then why? M4 leans forward to bear down on Mordor. Didn't I just tell you? I just want to save you. Don't be silly. If you want to save me, why don't you just let me go? I will. What? I said I will. But not now. Right now I want to see the real you. Mordor blinks. She opens her mouth to say something, but in the end she decides to remain silent. Your father has been tormenting people and turning them into abominations that are neither alive nor dead, just to find individuals who are partially immune to collapse radiation. Unfortunately, it's all in vain. This is Paradea's purpose, Imogen. We are blazing a trail into a new era, just as our name implies. We are guiding ignorant humans to the land of true gospel. Aren't you deluding yourself? Shut up! Mordor's smugness instantly evaporates as her face darkens. You refuse to acknowledge yourself and your connection to the past. But they will always remain on your base layer, and those memories are unequivocal evidence. You are all failures. You're just one of the many shadows. Even if you ended all within your own hands, you will never change the facts. You're referring to Lunasia. Mordor shakes her head vehemently, as if trying to rid her mind of this terrible thought. It's impossible. You're lying. I am the perfect individual. Are you? M4 looks down at Mordor piteously. You should know the truth. Mordor shrinks back fearfully in M4's increasingly intimidating presence, but she stumbles into something. She whirls around without thinking and finds herself looking at a mirror. In the mirror is the reflection of an unsightly corpse thrashing in sludge. Oh, no, no! Mordor starts screaming hysterically, and the corpse mirrors her movement. I'm not a failure, I'm not! I'm not! Impossible, it can't be. If I'm a failure, what are you? M4 watches Mordor's panic with indifference. Does it matter? What matters is what you want to become. I came to free you from your predetermined fate, not to watch you wallow in failure and self-pity. I know I'll become the one and only fully immune individual. I want to become the one and the only fully immune individual. Will you help me? No, you mustn't help me. Father promised me, if I successfully carry out Operation Cocoon in Berlin, he will be able to kill Babska and I will attain full immunity. Then what? Have you ever thought about what comes after that? I'll merge with you. So your plan for the future is to share a body with me? If that is indeed what you want, I can give you what you desire. No. Just do as I say, and I'll be able to save you. Again and again. What should I do? Destroy the Lake of Cognition. Destroy the cocoons in Berlin and Frankfurt. And you will always be yourself. Babska thought that only Macklin was a fool. Turns out Mordor is also one. Each of the knights is born from the cocoon has their own desire. Macklin wishes to return to the human world. Mordor yearns for absolute freedom. Also, let me just quickly... I forgot about something while I was doing this. Which is really stupid. Yippee. What about Babska? Babska thinks to herself, what could my desire be? "16. Our war. Deep within the beasting system. Data blocks keep falling away and raining down in this virtual space that is transformed into a library. The beasting system has refreshed its password ahead of schedule. All access authorizations are being overwritten. 416, what's the situation? Only a faint noise can be heard through the comms line. The ceiling starts quaking, crumbling, and the last corner where they are hiding will soon be exposed. 45, we've got to go now or it will be too late. 45 looks at the intelligence file that's almost within our grasp. The decryption progress bar is still stuck at 72%. 9, buy me 20 seconds. 20 seconds will also be washed away by the data torrent. Ignoring 9's attempt to stop her, 45 resumes her efforts in cracking the code. MP9 has no choice but to do whatever she can to slow down the spread of the overwritten data. But with the application of the new password, there's no stopping the rapid onslaught. 45, we're seriously running out of time. At the horizon of the digital space, a heavy downpour quickly erodes whatever is left. 45! Done. 45 quickly stows away the intelligence file that she has finally acquired and grabs 9 without a backward glance. The last corner of the library rocks and sinks amidst the torrent of data like a broken raft. Withdrawing back to level 2. Like a world buried in heavy snow, the sunken library is no more. Even though the doors are safely back within their neural space, UMP9 is still in shock. 45, another 0.5 seconds, we would have been goners. Relax, we made it. But why didn't 416 warn us? Even now there's still no... 9 grumbles as she starts preparing for the return to the real world, but she freezes when she registers what she's seeing. 45, what is this place? Why is it all white? Our level 2 didn't used to look like this, did it? Did 416 upgrade the system? 45 tries to contact 416 again. Before the line connects, a familiar voice shouts from the distance. 45, run! A white sphere of light comes flying this way. Brilliant light hurtles straight towards 45 and 9 with no signs of stopping. What the heck was that? Having barely dodged the attack, the two dolls look incredulously in the direction it had come from. 416 is dashing towards them with G11 in tow, pursued by a white-clad woman hovering in midair. 45 and 9 immediately open fire in unison to cover their retreat. What is going on? Where did that woman come from? We got hacked. That woman looks like big trouble. She fits the description of the unit Nemran who appeared in Inverness. So she's the one who wiped out Scott Nitrogen single-handedly. We don't stand a chance against her. We've got to get out. The location of her frames is still hidden. We must escape from level 2 before she finds it. 416 inserts a new magazine into her weapon. G11 and I will cover you. Try to find the decryption point. Got it. Make it quick. 416. What is it? You will indeed make a great squad leader. Is this really the time? 416 drags G11 off to draw Nemran away. From the moment 416 realized they'd been hacked, she has noticed the white-lipped python that is always lurking in the corner. It appears in every corner they flee to, but never attacks. Just flicks its tongue leisurely as if just passing by. But 416's instincts tell her that it's not that simple. In electronic warfare, the visualization of every single object consumes processing power, so objects never appear for no reason. The white-lipped python is on a mission. Oh, that woman just teleported. This is her domain after all. As long as she has the computational capacity, she can literally do anything. Ignoring the python for now, 416 focuses her attention on fighting the woman dressed in white. She outclasses them in speed, agility, and power. They have no other choice but to keep a safe distance away from her. Pump those legs, don't stop. I can't keep this up. Get on. 416 pulls G11 onto her back without hesitation. You handle the shooting. On it. 45, any luck? Give me another 37 seconds. Hang in there, guys. Hurry up, I'm about to be electrocuted. Copy that. Light powder drifts through the air. Seeing that a thunderstorm is coming, 416 picks up the pace as she flees with G11. Out of the corner of her eye, she catches the glimpse of the white-lipped python, still hovering leisurely in a nook. But in the blink of an eye, it disappears. Taking advantage of a momentary distraction, a grenade blows up and sends them flying. Ah! 416 breaks her fall with several rolls, then without stopping for even a second, she pulls G11 up and resumes her sprint. They are pelted with grenades from behind. 45. It's done. Logging out. Get G11 out first. She can't take any more of this. I'll go last. Got it. G11 moans as she dematerializes in 416's arms. Now that she has logged out successfully, 416 can finally go all out. Come on, then. 416 vaults over an obstacle constructed with data and fires to slow down the white-clad woman. The sound of a snake flicking its tongue. It's the white-clad python again. It's the first time it's appeared so close to her. 416 immediately switches to her aim and fires at it, but it simply twists its body nimbly and avoids all the bullets. 45, prepare to log out. Acknowledged. Almost immediately, the python strikes and sinks its teeth into 416's arm. Are you okay? After escaping from level 2, 416 checks the side where the python has bitten her. There's no sign of any bites. What's wrong? Is your arm injured? Fine, now let's get the hell out of here. Already sent AI-18 all the information we could find in the beasting system. She said she could work out the coordinates. Then we completed the mission. We're charging 5 times our standard rate this time. Of course. Bringing along the unconscious G11, the thoughts of Squad 4-4 disappear into the messy room. A data tracker or some kind of hacking program? I don't know. If you say in the first act that there's a rifle hanging on the wall, in the second or third act it absolutely must go off. While watching Squad 4-4's retreat on the monitor, Nemran narrows her eyes and lightly taps 416's face with a slender fingertip. Bang. Why'd you let her go, Sister Nemran? Who says to let her go? Nemran pulls a hand away from the monitor and picks up a wine glass instead. It's just not the time for the rifle to go off yet. Sound of something made of glass hitting the floor. Then a cool sensation seeps into the hand. Back to the command on Lenasia. Yippee! Did I wake you? What happens? The commander finds himself lying on the floor of yet another unfamiliar room. To the side, Lenasia is cleaning up the knocked-over glass awkwardly and with one hand. Iced water has been spilled all over the floor. Can you let go now? The commander looks up in bemusement and is surprised to find that they have been gripping Lunasia's hand tightly. After finally extricating herself, Lunasia rubs her clearly red and swollen hands. You had my hand in a vice-like grip all night, so I couldn't leave. Sorry. No need to apologize. I actually slept pretty well, even though I was forced to sleep on the floor next to you. I even had a nice dream. What dream? It's a secret. Like a lazy cat, Lunasia tilts her head to one side and sizes up the commander with narrowed eyes. According to my memory, this frame hasn't slept in a long time. And there's probably something about you that puts people at ease. In exchange, you should also give something that would put me at ease. What do you want? The truth. Why are you moving me around in circles? We've been at the same place all along, haven't we? Lunasia takes a deep breath, then she lets out a soft chuckle. How do you find out? Sounds. They're very realistic, but all the ambient noise was audio simulation. The church bells, the choirs, the plane taking over the airport, they all had an obvious loop point. Judging from how far the sounds were coming from, we must have been moving around the same building. As expected of the commander. Why, though? Because it's fun. I like wasting your time like this. William doesn't intend to see me at all, does he? You're probably right. After all, he managed to achieve everything he wants without having to use you. So, your life is now in my hands. You'll have to live the way I want you to live. And this could go on for a week, a month, a year, a decade, maybe even a lifetime. I do wonder what you'll be like in 10 years' time. Will you still be as rebellious as you are now? But one thing I do know for sure, in 10 years' time, all your dolls will be little more than spare parts. You may be able to find chunks of them in second-hand markets. Why aren't you saying anything? Oh, you must be hungry. Lunasia walks over to the table with a smile. She takes out a loaf of bread and starts cutting it up into slices. Oh dear, how could I be so careless? I clearly told them to prepare a bread knife, so why have they left me a dagger instead? Lunasia deliberately holds up the dagger to inspect it. The sharp glint of the unsheathed blade pierces the commander's eyes. It'd be very dangerous if the prisoner got hold of it. Lunasia returns to the commander's side with the dagger in her hands. In exchange for the peaceful sleep you've given me, you can have this dagger. You can kill me and escape. We are now in the wide zone of Frankfurt. The security is very tight out there. You will run into the patrolling guards the moment you get out. Once you tell them about the ordeal you've suffered, you'll be escorted to safety. The white zone. Oh, right. Aren't you worried about your dolls on the armor? Lunasia pointed at the surveillance camera with a blinking light. They've already tracked you down. Get out of here and you'll see them very soon. I'm not going to do that. If you're concerned about the explosives I'm carrying inside my frame, I was just messing with you. That's not why I'm not doing it. The dagger is pressed right up against the commander's neck. The smile has completely evaporated from Lunasia's face. Her cold eyes glint as sharply as the dagger in her hand. If you refuse to obey, I'll kill you. To be honest, I've grown tired of you. Go ahead. Are you testing me? Yep. Lunasia's pupils contract in anger. The cold blade slices open the commander's skin, but it goes no further than that. Lunasia drops the dagger. She stands up and pushes open the door. Get out. Get out of here before I regret it. The commander rises wordlessly. After taking a long look at Lunasia, they leave the room. As the footsteps recede into the distance, Lunasia slumps down onto the floor. Footsteps have returned to the door. Why did you turn back? The commander's standing at the door with a blanket folded over their arm. They walk up to Lunasia, Put the cuffs that have been in restraint over their restraint for the last few days around their wrists. Then place a blanket over her head. What are you doing? In the sudden darkness, the terrified Lunasia picked up off her feet. Taking my revenge. The commander heads out the door again with Lunasia in her arms. Are you mad? You could have left on your own. William could locate and catch you through me. Have you not considered that? I called William once. I can catch him again a second time. But next time I'll just kill him and be done with it. Don't be a fool. Return to your precious Elmo. Do you seriously think you're a savior? You're nothing. You can't protect anything. You're absolutely right. I once met a young woman. I just promised her a safe haven, and she trusted me completely. She died right before my eyes, and I was utterly helpless. I vowed then and there that I would not let this happen ever again. Maclean. She died so long ago, but you're still thinking about her. The commander can hear the mockery in Lunasia's chuckle. If I tell you I can revive Maclean, would you agree to it? The commander's immediately wary. Lunasia presses her lips against the commander's ear. Say, if Maclean resides within Morido's body, can you accept that? Just like me with this body, can you accept it? It doesn't matter whether I accept it or not. You don't have a choice either way. From now on, you are my prisoner. Carrying Lunasia, the commander runs towards the light. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I like this event so far. Comedic relief coming up though. White Zone, Frankfurt. Accompanied by Jay, Naylor focuses on memorizing the geography of the White Zone. Every villa, without any exception, is surrounded by high walls, and all the windows, even the ones facing the streets, are opaque, so it's impossible to peer inside. 15 minutes, 110 steps per minute, stride length 0.72 meters, so you've roughly walked 1,188 meters. Facing the midday sun, Naylor ascertains that she has been traveling southward from the north. The artificial mountain in the distance is covered in greenery. Purification facilities and military radars sprout from the peak, like out-of-place mushrooms. So you have relatives in Frankfurt. I suppose all the jobs are in the capital, especially for doctors. Huh? What? Naylor's pulled out of her thoughts. Jay eyes her with a frown. You got into trouble, didn't you? Yeah, huh? Did the thing with Galatea tarnish your reputation? That's why you were forced to move from Berlin to Frankfurt, weren't you? I've read your profile. With your qualifications from Heidelberg, as long as you've got the proper references, it shouldn't be a problem despite what happened with Galatea. I'm not really in the position to help you, but I've got a friend. She's a pretty big name in the press, and she should be able to put in a good word for you. Thank you. Got no choice but to seek help from relatives that you despise because of your livelihood is on the line, yeah? Totally get it. It's really hard to get by for everyone these days. You're actually a pretty nice guy. Think so? I agree. You don't see a lot of people like me in this day and age. Here's my number. Feel free to call me if you run into any problems at Frankfurt. If you're short on money, I may be able to help you out just a little. It hasn't quite come to that yet. Also, I already have your contact. Oh, that's a Stasi number that's tapped. This is my private number. Aren't you a special agent? Why would a special agent have a private number? You're right, we aren't given the luxury of privacy. However, I insist on keeping my work and personal life separate. Seriously, what's the point of deluding yourself about that? Oh, come to think of it, what are you doing here? Special agent business? I wonder myself. From Berlin to Frankfurt, this counts as a promotion, right? Any promotion without a pay rise is a scam. Surely you still get some extra perks. The air is a bit fresher here. Considering how clean the air is, how clean air is kind of a precious commodity these days. Then... Having committed to the location of the junction to memory, Nada starts gauging the distance and the direction of the new segment. Do you usually head to work following this route? Do you always stick to it, or do you alternate routes depending on your posts and shifts? What do you mean? I'm just wondering if I'll run into you again the next time I visit my grandfather. You've been keeping me company for so long. At least let me treat you to coffee. Nayla, were you trying to fish for information? Huh? You're starting to look a little suspicious. We've been getting along pretty well, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. A sudden loud noise comes out of nowhere. The ground shakes, and the huge explosion sends debris flying in all directions and triggers a shockwave of smoke and dust. Jay immediately grabs Nail and throws himself over her on the ground. The alarm starts blaring in an instant. The automatic springs of the flower beds, seemingly damaged in the tremor, have gone off, causing a massive downpour everywhere. What was that? No clue. Stay put while I ask about the situation. Jay pulls out his communicator and is just about to contact his colleague. But then the broadcast system in the wide zone comes on. Attention all citizens. There's been an illegal trespass and an attempted burglary in the private residence. Would all citizens remain indoors? Do not travel without authorization. The garrison has been mobilized and is actively searching for the suspect. If you have information or require help, please get in touch with verified garrison soldiers or members of the staff with an identifying token. Would all staff members currently on patrol or off duty, please report for duty immediately. But what's going on? I don't know yet. Go back to your grandfather's place and hunker down for now. Don't leave until the alarm is deactivated. What about you? I've got to go and report for duty. Go that way. An intricate-looking wooden garden gate is kicked open, revealing... Commander? Why are you here? Commander? As Nayla looks on in shock, the person known as the Commander is standing right there before her, looking rather disheveled and carrying an unknown object in their arms. Jay draws his gun and trains it on the Commander. Don't tell me you're the burglar mentioned in the broadcast? Put down what you're carrying. Put your hands up and slowly turn to face the wall and get on your knees. The Commander has no choice but to comply. They slowly place Lunasia, still wrapped under blankets, on the ground, then put their arms in the air. Jay approaches Lunasia cautiously, all the while watching the Commander closely. He flips the blanket open. Even though Jay has already suspects foul play, he's still dumbstruck by what he finds under the blanket. Isn't that... The Commander seizes the opportunity to attack. They knock Jay out and quickly seize his sidearm. What are you doing here, Commander? What are you doing here? Did you receive the message I sent you before? When? What message? So the instructor is a liar. I've been gathering information on the White Zone for her so diligently. I even almost got apprehended by the Stasi. Oh. The Commander realizes their mistake and promptly switches gears. I remember now. The instructor did mention it, but I've been so busy these days I haven't gotten the time to send you a reply. Nada's dubious gaze sweeps back and forth between the Commander and Lunasia wrapped up in the blanket. Under the corner of the blanket that Jay has flipped open is the face of a young woman. Wait, so you're actually the burglar? Commander, why would you do such a thing? I'll explain later. Worried about the guards in the White Zone, the Commander picks up Lunasia and turns to leave. Nada grabs the Commander. No, I need to talk to you. I'm meeting up with someone here. Go on first and I'll get in touch with you later. No, you currently have zero credibility, so I'm coming along. You... An unmarked military vehicle speeds over and skids to a stop in front of them with a beautifully executed drift. The door opens, revealing 416 and M16. Sick! Sorry for being late, it took a bit of work hacking this vehicle. Get in, Commander. 16. Is this what you meant when you said we'd meet again? How do you even know this is how things would turn out? Maybe it was divine revelation. Haha, very funny. Then just pretend I got a tip-off from StateSec. Are you still M16 of Griffin? If you're asking where I stand, Commander, 16 will always be on your side. A burst of gunfire erupts. The White Zone garrison is caught up. Get a move on, we're out of time. Without waiting for the commander to ask, Nayla's already squeezed into the vehicle. She looks back at the unconscious Jay lying on the ground. What about Jay? Bring him along. The door slams shut and the engine comes to life. Would all humans please get under the seats? Are you planning to fight the garrison? Yep, back to the base we go. Is everybody ready? All the dolls are ready for battle. We're getting too ahead here. Okay. What is our goal? Probably to reach that radar, which is a train. The Intercontinental Railway? Probably not. Reach the radar note. All things considered, this will probably... As long as it doesn't spawn in more units the moment I click start, it will probably be very simple. And there they go. 145,000. 41,000, actually. 6 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will put me in a place where it definitely will go there, so I should stop at this tile. Simple reason being, I don't want to fight that. And if I go one tile further, it's definitely going to fight me. Hey, that's G28s. And that's USAS 15s. Interesting guns they're using. IDW, Danya! I can feel my throat dying again. So, I'm probably gonna do one more story chapter after this. It's like almost always on time. Like 2.5 hours is the most I can do for GFL. Don't ask me why. I am actually still a little reliant on luck here. For a very simple reason. I'm gonna spawn one more unit here. Depending on whether or not this one or this one will charge into me, I will either be fine or need to restart. Because I can't both charge into me. Shit. That's bad. That's actually really bad. I just managed to get in and out of an area with a heavy military presence alive while being halfway unable to hear the enemies because of listening to you. What are you playing? Like, that doesn't sound like the usual game. Gray zone. Ah! 7 tiles movement. Okay, next unit. Aha! We're good. Just barely good. And here comes the G36C and Mona special. G36 is just invulnerable. Quite a bit. Also reminds me that I need to go into GFL2 today and grab myself my own Centauresi. Which is not this one, by the way. Just wants the G36C, which is different entirely. But it's... Alright. And we win! And we got a Mona! That was also very loud in my ears. Okay, we're gonna do light as a feather as well. Light as a feather 5 and then the next one as well. Then I really have to stop because, well, yeah. Maybe we'll do some Tarkov real quick after, but yeah. Actually, I will. I hate this. Lying on the operating table, the dying Mordo holds her breath and dares not make a sound. She gulps unconsciously. She knows that she is taking a huge gamble by making this request. But at the same time, she is absolutely certain that the gamble will pay off. Lunasia. The sharp blade paused on Morido's cheek. Blood is oozing out of the wound that has just been cut, but not a drop of it clings to the blade. How did you know this name? I met her, father. Holding back her fear, Morido keeps her voice steady as she speaks. Please, give me a chance. Morido, what do you think you're doing? I want to be myself. Only myself. You killed Maclean, but that only caused her to be reborn in the cocoon again. That won't happen again, Babska. Both you and Maclean are going to disappear for good. I am the one and only fully immune individual. Even if you kill me, I will still be reborn within your consciousness, just as Maclean had done many times before. What is the point of your action? I made a deal with God. She told me a way of deceiving our creators. You are going to trick the Master and Father. Yes, I will make them believe that I can be the substitute for the fully immune individual. As long as I devour you and Maclean. Why? Because I cannot allow the two of you who share my consciousness reveal my secrets. You do know there are many more cocoons here. I know, but I want to be the most special one out of the bunch. The only one who managed to retain a complete sense of self. The only one who is free. The surgical procedure is over. Morido's body feels light and hollow. She feels like a butterfly flapping its wings as it flutters towards the flower, finally free from its cage. Morido is practically dragged out of the operating room. The head hangs feebly. Her face is obscured by her hair. Nobody sees her smile. If that is indeed what you want, I can give you what you desire. Morido closes her eyes. M4, who's standing in the darkness, smiles compassionately at her. A single butterfly flies out of the conjoined cocoons. Single butterfly, probably blue and glowing. 19. A cowering portrait. The fierce exchange of gunfire interrupts the tranquility of the residential area. The vehicle carrying the commander speeds away on the deserted streets. But as the location is exposed, more and more enemy reinforcements rush to intercept them. There are too many pursuers. At this rate, the vehicle is going to fall apart very soon. Focus on driving. I'll take care of the pursuers. M16 pulls open the sunroof and props her weapon up to fire at the relentless enemies. 416, cover me. Got it. I'll keep an eye on what's behind you. The garrison soldier is hit by the vehicle. While it brakes for a brief second, 416 snatches the communicator out of the soldier's hand and hacks into it. Can you find other positions with this? Yes. A moment later, 416 has the answer. Commander, they have soldiers blocking all the exits to the wide zone. More than a dozen teams are also searching along the main road. Then we can't go back the way we came. What should we do, Commander? Do you have a topographic map of the wide zone? We've got to make a break for it. We're just sitting ducks here, and they'll get to us sooner or later. Another burst of bullets are fired at the vehicle. 45 swerves just in time to evade most of them. You need a very high clearance level to access any map of the wide zone, and the topographic map is Topographic mod 1 is pretty much top secret. I'm afraid we can't get it on our own. Nelo, who has been nervously watching the gunfight through the window, suddenly speaks up. I have a rough understanding of the geography here. I took effort to memorize it because the instructor asked me to. Nelo. The urban planning here is very systematic, with different areas for different functions. The center is the administrative area, which is roughly northwest from here, and there's residential areas in both the southwest and northeast. We are currently in the southwestern one. The commander studies the diagram that Naylor has quickly sketched and ponders the next move. Do you know how we can get from the main to the mine from here? The mine? Why do you ask? There's a circular Wiesbaden metro line that passes over the White Zone. That's where the mine and the White Zone intersect. You clearly did your homework. Still, we can't get out even if we find the intersection. No. What 16 means is that the walls there where the metro line passes over the White Zones are weaker. We can blast our way through there. Indeed. I understand. Neda stands at their own diagram with a frown. Based on the information that I have, I can only infer that the intersection is roughly to the north of the residential area, where the garrison base and the administrative area meet. That's the water treatment facility, which is directly connected to the top of the White Zone. Are you certain that this information is correct? It will directly determine our decision of where to go from here. I'm fairly confident, unless the building is camouflaged. That wouldn't be a problem. We can run a soil analysis before we do it. Then I have no other questions, Commander. Thank you, Naylor. The Commander looks at the X that Naylor has marked out on the maps in France. We'll have to go get past the garrison base to get there. There's a chance that we'll be spotted. The garrison has fully mobilized to hunt us down, so only a small number of soldiers are left behind at the base. I'm more concerned about the comms network within the garrison. They respond to developing situations very quickly, and the reinforcements are very fast. The moment they come across our tracks, they will immediately know where we're headed. Don't worry, we will do everything we can to buy you time. The explosives will also serve as a distraction to split the garrison's attention. Right, then our current objective is to reach the water treatment facility. Roger that. 45 changes direction and speeds towards a new destination. Oh. 416 shoots down the last approaching garrison soldier. Just as M16 has surmised, the entire garrison is mobilized, leaving only a few squads at the camp. 416 looks up at the top section of the water treatment facility. If all has gone according to plan, M16 should have arrived at a position by now. M16, 4-4 has finished cleaning up the scene. But we couldn't sabotage the garrison's internal alarm system in time, so reinforcements are already on the way. Copy that. I'm already on the top floor and setting the charges. Give me a few more minutes. Acknowledged. 416 looks over the vehicle in the parking lot nearby, which the commander, Nail, and Jay are hiding. 45 and 9 are already in position to protect the commander. All that's left to do is for her and G11 to intercept the enemy reinforcements and stall them until M16 completes the detonation. In this quiet moment, just before the storm, 416 is suddenly plagued by an inexplicable sense of unease. As if to prove a sense of premonition, a shrill alarm sounds from the water treatment facility. Take cover, the charges are set. Copy that. Retreat post-haste. 416 gestures to her teammates behind her to take cover and promptly runs to safety herself. The commander's vehicle is just a few steps away. The sound of a massive explosion comes from behind. There's no sign of the expected smell of smoke and burning. When 416 opens her eyes again, she's no longer near the water treatment facility that should have been ablaze. Instead, she finds herself in her own level 2 space. What's going on? 45? Is it you? What's wrong? Why are you calling me via level 2 channel? I got yanked into my level 2. You got hacked. I'm not sure. Describe what you see. 416 takes in the starkly white space and looks for anything unusual. The sound of a snake flicking its tongue. It sounds extremely close, like it's right by her ear. Snake. I see a snake. A snake. 416, we are now looking at your level 2 through 45 shared screen. We're not seeing the snake of yours. 416 stares unblinkingly at the white-lipped python, called over several white objects that appear to be eggs. It flicks its tongue at 416 in warning. But 416 takes no notice at all. Her attention is on the egg-shaped objects guarded by the python. They are protected data within those shells. 416 realizes what she is looking at. This is Cocoon. 45. What's the situation out there? The explosion was a bit more powerful than we expected, but we've opened up a passage alright. We are now repelling the garrison reinforcements while planning a route for the commander. Your frame should be near the commander's vehicle. If you have a plan, you better tell me now. Honestly, things aren't looking very good here. 45. If there's a trap in front of you, and you know that taking the bait will kill you, but there's something vital in the trap, what would you do? We are all desperados here, since we are scared of it. Since when are we scared of a little gamble? I knew it. 416 lets out a sigh. Even if I don't step into the trap now, you'll do it sooner or later. 416 raises a gun and walks up to the snake. Then it'd be better me. Then it'd be better me. Such things should be left to the squad leader, don't you think? If I don't come back, you can take over squad leader for a while. 416, there's always a chance that you'll lose everything in the gamble, so make sure you think it through. I have thought it through. 416 deactivates a comms channel. The white-lipped python in front of her rears up, showing off its robust body and baring its sharp fangs. Commander, never thought there'd come a day when I risk it all. 416 squeezes the trigger, and the burst of bullets force the python to lean back. The bullets bounce off its scales, creating a few sparks. That's some ridiculously strong defense. I bet its attack is equally... The white-lipped python whips its tail with lightning speed and the force of a tsunami. Unable to dodge out of the way in time, 416 is brutally sent flying and crashes into the ground. Why are the enemy all so overpowered these days? With that kind of attack and defense stats in G11's words, the boss needs to be nerfed. With a derisive snicker, 416 stumbles to her feet and faces off the python once more. It raises its head high and flicks its tongue as if in mockery. 416 recalls its previous attacks and tries to identify any possible openings. The python launches another attack, following the same move. 416 slides through the gap between the python's tail and the ground at the same time. She opens fire in the direction of its head. I won't fall for the same check twice. The bullets once again bounce off its scales harmlessly with only a spark. Causing damage is not 416's attention anyway. The target has always been the cocoon. While the python is momentarily distracted, 416 grabs hold of one of the cocoons. Then... she has lost sight of the snake, but the hiss by is unmistakably clear. Pain of being strangled. She can't think. She can't even move. It's weird as if she is being swallowed by the snake, paralyzed by deadly venom, and pushed further and further into hell. Even so, 416 does not let go of the cocoon in her hands. The cacophony of gunfire pulls her back into reality. That's it. 416, answer me. I'm here. I got out. Are you okay? You gave me quite a scare. I'm fine. I'll go pick up the commander. I have important information for them. Are you sure you're okay? 45 said you saw a snake or something? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'll check on the commander first. The white-eyed python sheds its skin, and the woman emerges gracefully. She pulls up 416's real-time view. What a headstrong child. So eager to prove herself. Do you honestly think you can leave unscathed after stealing Hydra's treasure? Vine said that the remaining cocoons emit a faint glow. Now let's see to whom you'll offer the treasure. The fierce sound of battle seems to be fading into the distance. The commander wants to open the eyes, but the body refuses to obey. Commander. They feel an intense pain on the back and the side of that thigh, caused by some kind of strong impact. The commander remembers running into Task Force Defy, who came to rescue them, but their ride was knocked over by an explosion. Commander, wake up! A cold hand smacks them on the cheek lightly. Commander! They've really got to wake up now. Finally. 416? It's me. Take my hand. Okay. Still feeling numb and disoriented, the commander reaches out toward 416 in a daze. Right, I've got you. Now try to relax. I'm going to pull you out of the car. Sure. Although the commander's still too confused to understand the current situation, they still implicitly and wholeheartedly trust 416. Here I go. This may hurt, but don't worry. I'll get you out of here safely. Right. This way, Commander. Dragging the stumbling commander along, 416 runs towards another vehicle that UMP-45 has hacked. What about the others? Ms. Nail and the funkily dressed down the line are safe. Defy has all of them made it here and currently drawing some of the fire from us and buying us time. It's very reassuring to have you all around. After helping the commander into the vehicle, 416 closes the door and stands guard outside. Commander, I'll stand guard out here. Stay put inside the car for now. Once M16 is done clearing up a route, she'll come and give us a hand. Okay. 45, is the commander's escape route confirmed? Basically, yes. M16 is cleaning up the last obstacles. How are things on your end? We're safe for now. And there comes the persistent sound again. 416 senses the menacing breath by her ear. 45, yes. Come take over for me and watch the commander. Why? Where are you going? 416 feels ice-cold skin gliding over her frame, wrapping around her, but she sees nothing. The bind constricts little by little, suffocating her more and more. 416, are you okay? What's that thing in your eye? It's glowing faintly. I'm okay, Commander. She feels a burning sensation in both her right eye and where she was bitten on her arm. She grips her gun tightly and forces her mind to focus. 416, come in. 416? Is this my punishment for losing the gamble? Stole something important without paying my due. 16. This is what I extracted from the beasting system. It's all in your hands, Commander. We will prevail. In that silence, 416's gun slips out of her hands and clatters to the ground. Like an icicle breaking off from a glacier, she's plunged straight into an endless abyss of darkness. Commanders catches her frame before she falls, but they cannot catch her soul. In Paradeo's temporary plans. Nemrin takes the communicator, which should not be ringing at the moment, from Ashley. It's Hebe. What happens? Remember Bud's first cocoon that you left in my safekeeping? That one was already broken. The information contained within couldn't be cracked. That's why I left it with you. I used it to set a trap. What do you mean? The thief is now marked. Fine. It's going to be leaked sooner or later anyway. But don't act without authorization next time. How can we win if they were always so passive? The game is already at a point where we can't afford to make any random moves. Haber, I hope you understand the difficulty of the task at hand. Of course I understand. This is precisely why we can't just remain on the defensive. We may only stand a chance of winning if we actually take a chance. Have you considered that our mission objective isn't actually to win this current game? I want to continue, but I am going to fuck my voice up for good. I really shouldn't continue. Yay. Shit. I want to know more. Using night streets are scaffold. Yikes. Yeah, I think I'll do something that requires a little bit less talking. Oh well. Less reading. So let me just close this.